And so that's what's going on with feminism. Majority of the toxic feminists, I call them toxic feminists, are actually Igbo girls. Go on Twitter and check them out. Majority of them. You see, the kind of feminism that we do is the real feminism. They are misogynists.
Yeah.
Oh, misandrists? Misandrists, sorry. They are misandrists. We are the feminists because the only thing we think about is the growth, development, and well-being of another woman. And that's the meaning of feminism. But they come in, they squeeze themselves into it.
But don't you think they're acting upon pain?
It's pain. They saw what their fathers did to their mothers. They know what their mothers and their sisters are going through at the moment. And what their culture. Now, let me tell you something about culture. I'm just going to mention one of Igbo, or two. Let me mention two of their cultures. You know, my mother is Igbo.
Oh.
So I know. If a woman buys a house for her father, let's imagine she decides to build this house for her father.
Yes.
The day her father dies, she has no pin inside that house.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
The sons have it.
Even if she's one that built the house.
I didn't put water in my mouth. I said if she buys a land, builds a house for her father to cover shame, the brother, I think even the first son owns it.
Wow.
Yes, that's how it is. And then when he dies, her husband dies. She is subjected to a culture where she is meant or made to sit on the ground and they shave her head with razor blade. While the man sits under the tree, probably drinking palm wine with his friends.
Imagine.
A woman always kills her husband, but the men never kill their wives, even if they move on to a side chick 3 months after the wife died. A woman is meant to mourn her husband for a whole 1 year wearing black or white, depending on which one the family chooses. But the husband walks around. So these girls see these things and they want to question it. And you say they shouldn't ask questions. When probably the father even beats the mother until she died. So that's the bitterness. Some of them are not. It's the things that they see on ground, the culture. Look at it. I am sorry I'm coming back to this same tribe. Look at this woman beat her house help till they wounded the house help that we're seeing on social media. This woman dragged the house help until she nearly did this to the house help. Check the tribe that is involved. They cannot throw back the pain at the man because he's stronger and they want to remain married. They let out their pain on the housemaids that they have.
Frustration. So when we were talking about marriages, I saw something on, I think, was it on Instagram or on TikTok? It was a podcast. I can't really remember. If I can find the video, I would have shown it. So there's this woman. She was interviewing this landlord actually. So he was talking about. She was asking him. So if a woman, an unmarried single lady, comes to you now, she's looking for a house, would you give her the house? He said no. She said why? He said why is she not married? He said she should go and get married if she wants a house. Then the woman was like, this is the kind of thing that actually pushes women to unhealthy marriages. Because just because she needs that security, because she needs that house, she has to go and get married. You'll not give her that house, even if it is for work purposes. Maybe she just relocated to that particular state. So she's just go and marry somebody from there.
You know, I always tell people who say things like that, this, do you just see a man on the road and drag him to marry?
No.
It is the responsibility of a man to marry us,
yes.
So when you see a woman who is not married and you're asking her go and marry, how do you marry?
Exactly.
I am not a nice person. If the man says go and marry, I know I will not get that house. I would tell him, Oga, let your wife die, let me come and marry you. You know, you have to be, the truth is we have to be unkind to people who are unkind to us, because you do not know the pains that people are going through not being married. Everybody that I know wants to have a partner, because there is nobody who wants to be lonely. That's the reality. But then if you do not find a partner, you find a way to be happy. So why tell people go and marry, go and marry? Will she marry herself? Just go
Exactly.
and drag one man on the street and make him get
You just
married.
be putting
Just get
unnecessary
pressure
pressure.
on people. There was a day a lady that knows me went out and the woman saying, somebody met her, hey, you see, you have to try and stop all this selecting anyone that
Ah,
comes, just marry. And I told her, I said, and you're coming here to tell me, what did you tell the woman? She said, her mood just changed and she left the place. So why will you fall my hand like that? You will not like to tell her something like, your mates are dead, why are you not dead?
exactly.
No.
So it's
No,
time.
because it's time for us to see. I am not. You see me like this.
Yes.
Nobody lives rent free on my in my head.
Mm.
If you do me now, I do it to you back. We all come back and tell each other sorry.
Back to back.
You know why? Because people purposely mess up with you emotionally, mentally.
And they know what they are
They
doing.
know what they are doing. The truth is, when people do things, they do not know how you would react to it.
Yes.
Some people never react, some people never recover from those things. And then you go and tell somebody something that will make the person not to sleep for days, the person is crying, the person becomes depressed, the person becomes suicidal. No, you don't do that with me. I have passed the stage of being suicidal. I have been suicidal in the past. But you see now, you give it to me, ai wallahi ba a yin 1-0.
Gaskiya.
Ko dai sai a yi draw ko a yi 2-1. Kuma 2 din wallahi ni ne.
Fire for fire.
That's just it. So I think we should learn to respond to people well. I read somewhere a woman said, you're not married. And the girl responded to her, is it this type of your own marriage that your husband is always giving you sexually transmitted diseases? Or is it the one that your daughter has gone to that they are always beating her?
Yeah.
Or is it the one that is that the husband is a gambler and a thief? The woman now started crying that the girl insulted her. Now, who insulted first? When you say, up to now, you never still see husband.
God, please. People really need to like stop
People
putting
really,
pressure.
the truth is, people really need to slow down.
Because everything is actually time. Like you spoke about death. You can't say, oh, you want to die now and you kill yourself. You cannot kill yourself now. It's not even right according to Bible or that's if you believe in religion.
If you are lucky, or if life has treated you fairly, you begin to think that you are smart. Because life treated you fairly, you got married, your marriage is working. You begin to think that all those who are not married and they're not just good enough to be married or they don't know how. Let me shock you. Majority of the very good girls are not even married. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Bad girls are getting married and having very good lives. And so it's difficult for us to explain. I was talking to my PA one day and I'm like, how do we explain to these good girls that those bad girls who are winning and getting married and everything, how do we explain to them? How do we explain that to them? I've been a good girl. I'm not doing anything bad. I've not this, I've not that, I've not that. Because the men don't like good girls.
Exactly.
They like to play with good girls. It is people who are not okay that they like.
She say people that are not okay.
I'm telling you, the people that are not okay. You see somebody who marry, say, hey, this girl marry, you'll be shocked.
She'll be like, it's not this girl, I was doing that thing before.
Okay, now.
All right, thank you, Ma, for that wonderful insight in that aspect. Now we're moving on to your experience as a woman in journalism. There are always so many stereotypes attached to it. We've heard topics that are not new in the field, talking about misogyny, talking about it's a patriarchal field. We're talking about sexual harassment. So we would like to ask you, did you experience any of that, and how did you counter it?
Okay, the misogynistic area of it, I did not. I applied for a job, I got the job, and I do not know if after I left, there's still anyone. I was the first female correspondent in a state.
Wow.
Yes, I was for this day newspaper at that time, Leaders and Company at that time. So I don't know if after I left, so they used to even call me Madam Mina.
Oh.
Yes, no, I didn't face that. My boss is a very liberal person. He doesn't have time for all of that. Then sexual based violence, yes, I did. Several times, because you're a girl and you're a journalist, they just assume that you're easy, so let them try. And maybe people before us had actually let them, but then when it came to my turn, it was not funny. There was a day I was supposed to interview someone, I kept disturbing him. I want to interview you, I want to interview you in the state, in this town. He's a big person now. I'm not going to mention his name. So he kept, okay, giving me dates, giving me time, counseling, giving me dates, giving me time and counseling. And then one day he says to me, I'm on my way to Abuja. get in the car, you have your interview and come back. Maybe I'll just stop somewhere and then turn back because I didn't pick up a bag for a trip. So I wasn't comfortable with that. Why would you want to take me all the way when you're going to come back to Mina? Why would you want to take me all the way when you could be in Abuja and, different form of harassment sexually? And then I've had someone try to pin me to the wall to kiss me. Yeah. I've had someone try to pin me to the wall to kiss me when I came to his office to interview him. I've had people tell me different kind of things. I've had people tell me about my lips when I came to interview them. I've had people tell me about my neck when I came to interview them, that they say things. So that's sexual harassment. That's all those kind of sexual things that we're talking about. I've had people send me text messages and pretend, when I react badly to it, and pretend that it was a mistake, things like that. So we face it. I didn't face mine in the newsroom because I was my own boss here, but I faced it with people that I needed, newsmakers.
No. We faced it with people in the field.
People I needed to get information from, so we call them newsmakers.
There's something that people usually tell me. They will say, "You are a girl now. You can actually go find this field." So and they will say that women actually have more advantage in the field of media.
I think that pretty privilege works.
Okay.
It does work because if you appear nice in someone's eyes, when you ask him for anything, he might be willing to give you because there's something behind his mind.
At an expense.
But there are also people that just your smile is enough. And they do not want anything from you. I do not want to say that pretty privilege is all that works for a female journalist. I think consistency and actually knowing exactly what you're doing is part of it. So yes, it favors women if they are willing to play ball.
If they are willing to play ball.
Yes.
Can we expatiate?
Yes, because a lot of women... Okay, I'm going to give you an example. How many women will say no to a governor if he wants them?
That's a question I can answer.
And so those are the kind of things that they feel that it favors women more. But if you stand and say no, 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 and you carve a name for yourself, a niche for yourself, and everybody knows that this is you. Do you understand? But then majority of women even are the ones who throw themselves at this man because we have quite
So if you are actually to say, or rather, do you think the media industry actually owes women like you?
Owes women like me? Nah.
Why?
The media industry has done everything for me. Because it gave me visibility. It put me out there. Before I became a media person, my father's name, yes. People probably knew about my father's name. A few people knew me. But after I stepped into the media, almost everybody knows me. So I think the media doesn't owe me. I now owe the media to return my CSR to the media. Because the media made me, put me on this pedestal. Because I remember when I started practicing in 2006, just give me one small girl that didn't know anything. And now I have grown to know a lot. I have grown to... I'm not sure my confidence was this strong at that time. I've grown through. So I think the media doesn't owe me, in all honesty. If you hear people say the media owes them, I think they're not satisfied with where they are. But really, the media owes me nothing. I owe the media my CSR.
Do you think there's a solution to the misogyny and sexual harassment happening in the media or journalism industry?
No, there's no solution. You know why?
Why?
Because it's everywhere.
And it cannot be curbed or reduced.
It will not be. The only thing that is happening now is that there are more females studying journalism. So one day, we're going to take over the industry.
Yes.
And when we take over the industry, that's only when we can change it. But if we're waiting for the men to not let that happen, sexual harassment, they will continue to harass us because men really would not want to take off their eyes. I'm sure you saw a video of a lecturer.
Yes.
Who is a married woman.
Yes, she's a married woman. That's a really bad reputation for him. I
So it
mean,
doesn't matter if they will not stop. That's the truth
yes.
because it's getting worse,
Mm.
and that's
And
just it.
when we're talking about feminism, what would you say to the women that are actually taking advantage of it wrongly?
And that's what I call toxic feminism.
Mm. When let's say those that flame up someone wrongly.
I said something on a post that I did a couple of days ago. If you accuse a man of sexually harassing you or
Mm.
abusing you, accusing him and it is wrong. And after investigation, it is found out that you were lying. If the man was meant to spend 21 years in prison, you should spend that 21 years in prison.
Mm.
I say this in all honesty because I see our boys, Africans, go abroad and
Mm.
get into trouble.
Mm.
Other than the fact that I know that as parents, we have failed our boys because we do not talk sexual education with them.
Mm.
And we do not teach them self-control because we always think that our boys will get away with it. It is a girl that will be damaged, it's a girl that will be pregnant. So we don't even talk to our boys about it. Now, other than that, our boys are getting into trouble, framing them up. Anyone who frames a man up,
Mm.
okay, I'm even being nice. If you frame a man up and he's supposed to spend 21 years in prison, when they find out that you are the one,
Mm.
25.
Mm.
That's me, 25. I think it's going to stop all those rubbish that people are doing.
Yes.
But then somebody accuses you, they just go, they investigate, you have been in prison for 2 years, they come and say, I'm sorry, I lied.
No, justice
I
needs to
read
be
one of
served.
John Grisham's books. You're sorry you lied. I follow you with a gun. After ruining my life, ruining. Okay, imagine someone you took out of his career for 5 years because the case was dragging.
Reputation.
Reputational damage, the mental health issues you'd have caused the person.
Mm.
Even some of his family members will just think that he only won a case. He probably actually did it.
Mm.
People will be avoiding the person. No, don't do that. So I think 25 years for those who frame people up falsely.
Mm. Thank you for that wonderful insight, man. So, to every young, right now, there should be a young journalist out there watching you. So, what would you say to her?
Believe in yourself. Develop yourself.
Mm.
I still have, yesterday someone sent me a picture when I went to Lagos Business School, now Pan Atlantic University. I spent close to 1 million in 2012 to go and study managing the media in crisis situation for just 2 weeks.
Okay, that's media crisis management.
Yes, just for 2 weeks. And then I came back. Develop yourself.
Mm.
I went again the next year, 2013, to do speech writing. Still develop yourself.
Mm.
I've paid from here to Dubai to go and study media crisis again. Still develop yourself. Developing yourself does not only necessarily mean going to school, going for courses, but we also have free online courses. I think there's Udemy or something.
Yes.
Go get online free courses. Now, don't just only get the certifications. Make sure that when you come out to speak as a media person, people will listen. Not when you come, you put words where is supposed to be, put going where gone is supposed to be, put went where go is supposed to be. I won't even listen to you. If you had started off with me like that, I'm sure I would have ended this interview by now. And that's my reality. So develop yourself. Other than developing yourself, it could be just you using your phones to know how to spell the right words, how to cross your T's, and how to dot your I's. Simple things that you should know.
And this AI that we're using, you can use it for
To
that.
learn everything.
Yeah.
If AI can cook a soup, what can AI do for you? Ask any question and AI will help you out. So that's all I would say to any woman. Just develop yourself. When you develop yourself, your confidence should be top notch. You see, there's something that comes with being sure of yourself. It looks like pride, but it's not pride. It's confidence.
Confidence.
Someone wrote something about the governor. Just one project completed or something, and put a comma, and put a question mark. And I'm not nice like that. And so when I was responding to the person, I just said, well, this is grammatically wrong, I had to, sometimes you get to embarrass people. You don't, you want to drag someone, and you're dragging someone with rubbish English. Someone went in my DM the other day and was saying, you're posting pictures like you're wearing shorts, you're promoting immorality. When you want to context, I first of all went back and I said, you don't even know how to speak English. Is it context or context? So be that woman. Be that woman. When people see your write up or hear you talk, they will know when it's a typographic error or when it's just a mistake. You know, if I'm going to talk to you now, I'm saying, so when I went, so when I was going, I come back.
Yes.
But someone who doesn't know it continues, and that's where for me stupidity sets in. So develop yourself, know how to spell correctly, know how to speak correctly. Yeah. And you're good to go as a female journalist. But you see that confidence, don't ever joke with it. Because your interviewer might just embarrass you. You might be asking questions and your question, maybe you just say, how old are you? You say, no, did you mean at the time that I was born? You know, they will change everything on your head. Interviewer will not collect, interviewee will not collect
the
question from
whole-
interviewer, and it's embarrassing.
Exactly. So thank you, Ma, for that wonderful insight. And I hope that as along the way as she was talking, you picked so much more from what she's saying. Because like I said before, she's not yet to be liked. She's here to be honest.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Ma. So we're going to go into another segment of this podcast now. I'll be asking you a question in one sentence and you give me just one word.
Okay. I hope I.
All right, so if you were to describe Nigerian youth with just one word, what would it be? Shadow.
Shallow.
Shallow. Okay. So, do Nigerians like truth or drama?
Drama.
So, describe journalism in Nigeria with just one word.
I already said shadow.
Give an advice to the young girl out there, but with just one word, what would you say to her?
Be yourself.
I said what? You gave a whole sentence.
I don't know.
How okay, I'm not answer it for you.
Confidence.
All right.
But then confidence doesn't say anything, no.
Are you sure? But you gave a whole speech on it.
Okay, confidence. Okay.
All right. So thank you, Ma, for joining us today. And thank you, viewers, for tuning in on this podcast today to hear out our wonderful Dr. Aisha Wakaso on this podcast. And I hope you've learned a lot. So she made mention of so many things. And one thing that actually piqued my interest is the fact that we should always go for what we want to do. We should not wait because the system does not accept us. We should try to rather dominate the field. Yes, for my girls out there. So thanks for watching and keep your comments in the comment section. I will be there to check it out. And Miss Dr. Aisha should also be there. Yes, she will be there to answer your questions. So see you next time and we'll catch you on our next episode. Stay safe.